You're right, everyone. So basically, I wanted to do something a little bit different today. All right. So what I'd like to talk about is obviously like spiritual animals, okay, and obviously like my faith and my partner's faith. Okay. So instead of like me believing in a religion as such, okay, because I used to do all that years ago. All right. So years ago, I used to be a bit of a Christian. Okay. So I used to follow around in different churches, and I used to go to different youth clubs as well, and Bible study groups and things like that. All right. So basically, I used to question a lot of these different things, what was brought up towards my faith in a way. Like, for instance, when it comes to it, I used to question these pastors and obviously these ministers, and I used to question a lot of these reverends and stuff and think, but hang on a minute, how can you say this? And obviously, like, it's going against itself. So you're sort of contradicting yourself. All right. So when it comes to religion, I'll just basically abolished it, and then I'll become like an atheist. Okay, so what an atheist is means that you don't have a religion as such. You choose not to believe in that. And the reason why is basically because I see a lot of bad things happening to good people. And that even used to be another question of mine. And I used to think, how can, obviously, that even my father sadly passed away at the age of 60. The day after his 60th birthday, he passed away. All right, so I was thinking, but how can such a young man pass away with such a bad illness? Even for instance, like my uncle, he passed away as well, like a few years after my dad, and then like even my other uncle passed away straight after. So even like for instance, even my granddad, he passed away as well. And I was thinking, there's too much death, and then like I don't know who to choose to obviously like respond to with this. And every time I wanted to have like I had a question or a query, you're right, John. It's nice to see you on the channel. Every time I had a question or a query about this, and no matter who I asked, they always kept telling me to put my faith back into God. So I was thinking, but I've already had my faith in God, and obviously I can't really see a sort of like an answer out of this. So, like for instance, when it comes to it, I was thinking, who is it that I can actually go to speak to about this? And when I met my partner, she explained to me that obviously, like with her, she doesn't choose to believe in like a God as such. She chooses to believe in like an animalistic sort of spiritual in a way, because it's very true. I mean, like for instance, when over the years, like this is Lily, by the way, okay, and this is my partner's pet, okay, and Lily has sadly passed away years and years and years ago, okay, but you know what? Lily still lives on, okay. So when it comes to it, and obviously like this is another little cat that like this is called Jade, okay, and these are our animals. These are our little spirits. And what my partner said to me is that obviously like when we pass away, yeah, we go to an eternal place where you're there for eternity, okay, but you get to see your animals again, all right. And you know what? I actually really love the sound of that. And obviously, like for instance, we do have loads of little pets that obviously might have even passed away over the years as well. And it really upset me as well that even before when I spoke to a few ministers and I said to them, so what happens to our pets like when they die? Like, no, well, they don't go anywhere. And I thought, what? But they're animals of God, the same as like a human. We're animals of God as well. In your this is what I mean. Like, so now, no matter how many questions I had for like the church or the religion itself, I never got a proper response, and that's also what actually put me off of like believing in a faith as such. But my faith now is our animals. So basically, with me, I'm a very spiritual person. With like, for instance, like whenever like my animals are suffering, even like for instance, if your animal is say going in for an operation and you're really worried and you're really stressed out and you're thinking, oh, what do I do? Do you know what? You will be with that animal again, 100%, without a doubt, if you choose to believe in that. All right. With me, I was very stubborn, and like I was thinking, all right, so I had a billion questions. Every time I wanted to get a response out of these religions, yeah, I never got one at all. And I was actually really, really depressed. I was wound up, and I just didn't know where to put my head. I didn't know who to ask. And my partner opened up my eyes a lot, you know. And that's the thing, like when you're actually stuck into a religion, yeah, you sort of like the sound of it at first, and obviously after a little while you start to question. But when you're not getting the right answers from that, you're sort of stuck in this sort of like non-responsive sort of place, and that's what sort of like really pushes you away. Yeah, but you know what? Every time that I'm sad or depressed or wound up or just emotionally stressed out, yeah, basically I think who can I ask? And it's not like say I don't have anyone to speak to, yeah. I always speak to my pets. I mean, I have Tilly, Socks, Tyson, Simba, and Oliver, okay? And they're all my little cats. And like for instance, I have outside cats as well that I look after. I look after Bobby and I look after Midnight and also Steve as well at the top of the road. And do you know what? It just shows you like good karma in a way. Because do you know what? Every time that like these poor little animals they need looking after, yeah, if you're actually truly there for them, yeah, that shows you that you've got a good spirited heart. Yeah, and that means that obviously, like when you do pass away, all these little animals, yeah, or our family is what we call them, yeah, they will always be there for us for eternity. And that way, like, you won't be sad anymore. Because if you think for instance, like when you do pass away, you do pass over to the next sort of like life in a way, yeah, on your spirit world, then obviously that means that you're going to be able to live with them for eternity. Yeah, but like I said, no matter what, even when in the past when I was upset and I was just emotionally like just stressed out and I didn't know what to do, I spoke to my animals, and you know what? It made me feel as though I did have someone to talk to at the end of the day. I always did. But with a religion, yeah, no matter what religion that I was in before, and obviously like I've tried a few different ones and they just weren't working for me. Yeah, but you always get told, even if you're in one religion, oh yeah, but the other religion's wrong. But I don't understand. So how can that religion be wrong if there's, say, hundreds of thousands of even millions of people following that same religion? This is another thing that I was going to say. Like, for instance, with religions, it causes nothing but war and arguments. Yeah. So why choose to believe in something that obviously like millions of other people are into, but yet all they do is like basically take the mick out of the other religion and say, no, that's wrong. How can it be wrong? I don't understand. Do you know what? They all follow a book. They all follow a set of rules at the end of the day. Yeah, but with our faith, in a way, our spiritual guides, in a way, the only thing that you need to do to obviously like have our faith, yeah, is to basically believe in what it is that you think with these animals that obviously is going to come true. As long as you have good karma, yeah, that good karma is going to come back around. As long as you're a good-hearted person, yeah, like with us, if we see some, like for instance, say a little animal on the street and they're homeless, basically, we will look after that animal, yeah, because that goes to show that we've got a good heart. Yeah, like for instance, like even like good karma. Like the other day when I was walking down the road, and like I said, yeah, that I could have taken a bus, yeah, but I didn't. I mean, I had money to travel, but I chose not to. All right, and something in the back of my mind told me that, you know what? No, I need to just walk. Yeah, so as I did, I mean, it was quite a long walk, it was like a 10-15 minute walk, but I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. And there was an old like woman, like an old granny, pushing a little like a buggy with a baby in it, right? And she managed to drop this thing out of the buggy and she didn't even realise that she dropped it. So I shouted, excuse me, you dropped this thing. And she went, I'm really so happy that you told me that, because this thing is just really expensive. I can't afford to replace it. And I said, that's all right, don't worry about it. And she was so happy that I managed to give it back to her. Because like a lot of other people, I'm not going to lie, they would have taken it and they would have robbed it and they would have just gone home and probably sold it for a bit of money or whatever. No, I'm not like that. I don't choose to believe in that. All right. But obviously, like with like my belief as well, my partner's belief, my partner brought me out of this sort of atheist state, whereas I chose not to believe in anything because I was just fed up with it. And I was thinking, like, how can God take my father away from me? How can God take my whole family away? Like all my uncles, my granddad, everyone, all at a very young age. I thought, no, I don't get it. Like, why would this happen? It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And you know what? I kept thinking, I was very bitter about it as well. And with me, I become very stubborn as well. So obviously, like when it comes down to it, and when it actually boils down to the reality of it, yeah, I was thinking, what do? I don't understand. And when my partner said, no, you need to choose to believe in something, yeah, and I said, but how can I believe in something if I don't even believe in myself? This is how down I was, yeah. But obviously, like with other people as well, like for instance with religion, they will like bully people into believing in their faith, yeah. Like for instance, people go and knock on your door and they will tell you, look, what are you doing with your life? You need to become like this into this religion, yeah. And it might even be a cult. You don't even know that. All right, I'm being serious, yeah? People will door knock, they'll knock on your door and they'll say, right, you need to choose to believe in it. No, with me, I don't choose to bully people into believing into something. I'm just asking people, if you want to believe in that, you can. Yeah, you don't have to be forced into it. There's no point of forcing someone into doing that, all right? But with like what we believe in obviously like spiritual animals is our guide in a way, yeah? And you know what? Even for instance, like, even when it comes back to the Egypt times, I'm talking thousands of years ago, all right? People worshipped animals, yeah, because do you know what I actually respect as well with like cats, yeah? Cats will not see a human, yeah, as their equal in a way, yeah? They won't. And with like a cat, for instance, yeah, you have to earn their respect. With a dog, they'll follow along, like a little lost puppy. They'll just follow anyone, yeah? If you give them like food or whatever, yeah, but a cat, no. Ooh, no. When it comes to it, you need to earn their respect. Like for instance, like with Simba, one of like our cats, yeah, right? He's like very feared, he's very scared, right? And he'll hide and he'll cower, okay? But you need to earn his trust. And then obviously he'll come out and he'll be friendly, he'll be loving and whatever. Yeah, but you need to build up to that in a way. With a cat, they don't see you as equals, they don't. They either see you like, say, as above them, or they see you below them. That is it. That's how it is with a cat. But with a dog, no. They'll follow along like a little lost sheep in a way. All right, But like that's another thing. When it comes to say people in religious backgrounds as well, yeah, they'll follow other people because they're lost. That's what they are. They're just lost. They don't know what they're doing. All right. But when it comes to questioning, yeah, like for instance, when it comes to religions, I don't like religions at all. I really don't. I think all they do is cause argument, war, and then obviously when it comes to it, if you go to say question it, they don't like that. And there's a lot of corruption in religions as well. Too much, way too much corruption. So I don't like it. Like for instance, you might see videos like on the internet, you might see videos on TV, yeah, of like all these like people, these fake ministers and these fake pastors, yeah, they're putting on a bit of a show at their church, they get loads of money, and where does that money go? Yeah, I was told years ago that obviously you need to pay your tithe, yeah, and obviously that would be putting money into the church. And do you know what? It's lies. It's lies, because do you know what? The church don't look any different at all whatsoever. The church is exactly looking the same. And do you know what? Yeah, you always see like a minister turning up with a brand new car, and you think, what? No, something's not on. Like I don't get it. Yeah, but I'm being serious. Yeah, like with our faith, with me and my partner's faith, and like even the kids follow the same faith as well. This is what we truly believe in. Yeah, we don't believe in obviously like pledging money towards us. We don't believe in like anything like that. We believe in things like good karma. Yeah, because I'll tell you what, whatever you do is like a good thing, yeah, will always come back in like good, gracious things. Do you see what I mean? Right. So for instance, like even with the Chinese New Year, yeah. So say for instance, like the Chinese New Year, yeah, we don't believe in saying like, say, like different numbers. Like I'm not even gonna say it, yeah, but obviously it will bring you bad luck. So obviously like the number, yeah, and the number, okay. So basically that will give you bad luck. Even for instance, like sweeping, yeah, you're going to sweep away your good luck. You can't even sweep on Chinese New Year. Yeah, you can't even use a knife or scissors, yeah, things like that. You can't even leave like the rice bowl half full. You can't even eat porridge. Like, I know it sounds silly, but you know what? That's what my partner believes. That's what I'm choosing to believe in as well. Yeah, and you know what? We've even had good luck from that. It might be something like superstition thing or beliefs or whatever. Do you know what? It's actually worked. Yeah, there was a time where we didn't have no money, and all of a sudden we got money. That's the difference, all right? So if you choose to believe in these things, it's about good karma and feeling good about yourself, yeah? Get rid of the total negativity, yeah, and just be positive. Even if like you're totally down on that day, you can't be down. You can't show you're down. You can't show that you're upset, yeah, because otherwise you're just going to get negative things back, all right? So say for instance, if you're, even if something like, say you walk down the road and then obviously like something bad happens, you got to think positive. I know it sounds silly, yeah, but you got to think, oh yeah, well, it's a great day. All right, I know it sounds completely silly, but you got to think positive. Like even for instance, if you had a bad phone call like from a company, they're charging you an excess amount of money, you got to still think that, you know what, I'm rich, it don't matter anyway. And you got to be stubborn in that way. But you know what, being stubborn, yeah, is a good thing about the Chinese New Year. Yeah, you need to be sort of stubborn but proud in a way. I know, like I said, it might sound completely silly, but it actually worked. Yeah. And like for instance, like when it comes to other things, even like I was mentioning before about the spiritual animals, yeah. If you don't know how, even if you don't have anyone to talk to or whatever, yeah, and you have an animal, talk to your animal, because you know what, they will never judge you, yeah, they'll never question you, and they'll always be there to be there for you. That's the main thing. When like obviously you don't even have anyone else to talk to, whether it be a friend, family member, or anything like that, yeah, then obviously they will always be there for you. They're very, very strong and very good-hearted animals, yeah. No matter what it is, they're always going to be very strong for you, no matter what. Yeah, but this is just a few little things that obviously I wanted to bring out for this video. I noticed that a few people have commented and obviously like they're watching it. But no, I feel like I wanted to bring this video out for quite some time now. All right, so yeah, if you've got any animals, it could even be a rat, it could be a hamster, it could be a snake, it could be, say, like a sloth, even if you own like a polar bear in your house, yeah? Do you know what? Think about it like this. As long as you give that animal a good life, yeah, when it does eventually, and it is very sad when they pass away, it is extremely, extremely sad, and it is very, very like draining on you. But you know what? One day when you do eventually pass, you will be able to be with that animal for eternity. And that means that you'll have like all the people that you love, all the people that you cherish, yeah? And obviously like even your little animals will always be there for you no matter what, all right? So this is a very, very positive video that I wanted to bring out for everyone. I hope that people share this video about as well, because obviously I want other people to see it, all right? So that's what I'm saying about, say, religion. I don't believe in any religions like that. I believe in a faith, okay? So my faith is completely different to any other sort of religion that will obviously be corrupt. And obviously there's a lot of nasty, nasty things going on with religions. I just don't choose to believe in it. I'm not like that, all right? I'm not also like, I'm not going around forcing people to believe in what I believe in, because I feel as though that's very wrong as well. All right. But yeah, trust me, whatever you do, just make sure that like you just bring good karma onto other people. All right. Because I'll tell you what, it will come back around to you. And instead of feeling negative, you'll feel nothing but positive. Yeah. And you'll be a better, happier person instead of being stressed out and wound up. It will come around to you and you'll think, oh, do you know what? I'm so grateful for that. Yeah, because before, like I said, I was a very upset person, a very stressed out and wound up person. But you know what? Now I have a better like look towards life in a way, and I'm very, very happy and responsive with what I'm doing now. All right. So I just want everyone to have a little look at this video, see what you think, share it about, and obviously put down in the comments what it is that you're probably even thinking about, and obviously like what questions that you might have. Put it down in the comments. I'll be very interested to hear about it. All right. So just make sure that, like I said, you like this video, you share it, and obviously wherever the button is around the screen, it's probably down here or up there, even over there or there. Just make sure you click on that red button, the subscribe button. And obviously you'll be able to see more and more videos that are coming out in the future. All right. But it's been absolutely wonderful to talk to everyone, as it always is. All right. And I want everyone to have an amazing rest of the day or rest of the night. And I'll speak to you very soon. Take care. And I'll speak to you later.